Hello everyone, welcome to Smart Preps. So today we will be discussing the important current affairs for this week, and we have selected some important news which will be helpful for your exams, government exams, state government exams, and any other competitive central government related exams as well. So the first news for today, let's first have a look at the news that we are going to discuss. Ebar ami sai lওঁ যে কোন কেটা নিউজ আমি কভার কৰিম তাৰ পিছত আমি ইন ডিটেইলস এটা এটাকে চাম ওকে সো ফার্স্ট ইজ রিলেটেড টু কিউ ডেঙ্গা the first indigenous dengue vaccine which has been approved okay next flood crisis in upper assam কিয় হৈছে কি হৈছে what type of a disaster is this flood and what is cloudburst okay which is a compound disaster এখিনিও আমি চাম then anti-defection law, we are going to analyze the IRAM, GAIARAM concept, okay? And then lastly, we have India-ASEAN partnership relations. What is ASEAN? How many members are there? Its vision, okay? Which all these topics commonly are seen in what? In the competitive exams, right? That we appear related to APSC or any other central government job. So without further, wasting any time, let's just jump into the session. Okay, so the first news for the day, development of Q dengue. Okay, Q dengue Japan or Takeda through the develop kora hoise India's first dengue vaccine. Okay, now how is it important? First of all, it is a new development of indigenous preparation, indigenous promotion, and making India Atmanirbhar, of course, okay, in the field of medical science as well. Targeted population yete ki hobo 4 to 60 years of age. Thik ase iman wide eta age range kyo lua hoise kyonu ei vaccine tur impact protect to age group ot beleg beleg hobo আৰু হেতু স্টাডি কৰিবৰ কাৰণে যেহেতু এটো ফার্স্ট অ্যাটেম্প্ট হয় হেতু স্টাডি কৰিবৰ কাৰণে কি হ'ব আমাৰ কাৰণে হেল্পফুল হ'ব ইয়াৰ ইম্প্যাক্ট স্টাডি কৰাত আমাৰ কাৰণে হেল্পফুল হ'ব তাৰ পিছত ইয়াতে ম্যানুফ্যাকচাৰিংৰ কাৰণে পাৰ্টনাৰশ্বিপ কৰা হৈছে বায়োলজিক্যাল ই ঠিক আছে এই নামবোৰ টাকেডা জাপানছ টাকেডা বায়োলজিক্যাল ই which is a Hyderabad based company ঠিক আছে that has paired up for 50 million doses annually. Kyonu, according to World Health Organization, dengue is a what? It is a global health threat. So, and of course, being a country which has got waterlogging situation, then we have forests, right? So waterlogging, then climatic variations or karne amar yate ki dekha pai je mosquito related diseases, okay, which are being caused by mosquitoes, that bahut besi prominence, domination dekha jay, okay? So, and India being the most populated nation, of course, we have to ensure je we have our population vaccinated against various viral and bacterial diseases, right? So 50 million doses annually prepare korar eta partnership kori pela siddhant loise je Japan's Takeda and Biological E which is Hyderabad based company ঠিক আছে then okay so yate jodi ami eta bostu sao vaccine or bikhoye dei vaccine ot duta bostu in case of vaccine ami duta bostu mon koribo lage ki এটা হৈছে এন্টিজেন আৰু আনটো হৈছে এন্টি বডি ঠিক আছে vaccines are provided to improve the immunity right boost the immunity of a person it provides prevention before the disease is caused bemar to war agote yak ami prevent kori lo bemar to war pisot generally vaccines dia nohoy so yate ki kora hoy je in case the process of vaccination at a mild variant of the virus okay or the microorganism which causes that particular disease tak inject kori dia hoy which is known as antigen okay antigen hoise that mild variant which is injected into the body okay now once that foreign particle enters our body, what happens? Our body will start fighting with it. ঠিক আছে? আৰু সেই ফাইটটোৰ কি হয়? The cells in our body, they will store it as a memory. ঠিক আছে? Memory building হৈ যায় আমাৰ body. আৰু তাৰ পিছত next when actually the virus attacks us, tetia the body will fight. Okay? Now when the antigens enter our body, মই কৈছিলো না foreign particle enter হৈ যায় in a weak form definitely, but our body will have to fight, right? So for that fight, okay, we need some soldiers. So those soldiers are what? Antibodies. ঠিক আছে? Antibodies are proteins. Antibodies are what? Antibodies are proteins. So these proteins whose name is antibody, okay, they will fight against the disease and provide protection. Okay? ঠিক আছে? এখিনলৈকে বুজি পাইছো আমি? No? So this is the story behind vaccine. আৰু আমি এডৱাৰ্ড জেনাৰৰ কথা শুনিছো চাগে স্মল পক্সৰ 1796 এডৱাৰ্ড জেনাৰ ডিজিজটো কি আছিলে? স্মল পক্স. এইবোৰ কেতিয়াবা কিছুমান ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টেল এক্সাম বা কম্পিটিটিভ এক্সামত সুধি দিয়ে, চ' মনত ৰখাটো ভাল. আৰু এনেও যেতিয়া আমি এটা বস্তু পঢ়োঁ তেতিয়া অকণমান ষ্টৰি ৱাইজ পঢ়িলে কি হয় মনত থাকি যায়. Okay, now again going back to Qdenga. So নামটো মনত ৰাখিব. What is the name of the vaccine? Qdenga. ঠিক আছে? Developed by Japan's Takeda. It is India's first dengue vaccine. Age range to মনত ৰাখিম 4 to 60 years of age. Biological E মনত ৰাখিম, ঠিক আছে, which is a Hyderabad based company for manufacturing. 50 million আমাক দিয়া হৈছে, provide কৰা হৈছে. ঠিক আছে? এতিয়া ইয়াতে how is the virus spreads? ঠিক আছে? Aedes aegypti is a mosquito, okay, which is responsible for the you can say spread of this particular viral disease. Dengue is a viral disease. Okay? Dengue virus, genus Flavivirus, and family is Flaviviridae. Okay? Aedes aegypti মনত ৰাখিম. Dengue is a viral disease. এটো আমি মনত ৰাখিম. Transmission, obviously no direct person to person spread এনেকে নহয় যে এটো পাৰ্সনৰ হৈছে তাৰ লগত যোৱাৰ লগে লগে আপোনাৰ হেতু বেমাৰ হৈ যাব. আৰু ইয়াৰ যিবোৰ মানে symptoms থাকে হেবোৰ 4 পৰা 6 দিনৰ পিছত ইনফেকশনটো ষ্টাৰ্ট হোৱাৰ 4 পৰা 6 দিন মানৰ পিছত ডেভেলপ হয়, which is very high fever, okay, weakness of the body, muscle pain, headache, okay, pain behind the ears, eyes, okay. So these are some of the symptoms which appears post infection: high fever, severe headache, retroorbital pain. Hetwe hoy. Global status, World Health Organization considers it as a major threat. Etu moi agote mention korisu. Okay, so এই যেটো ভ্যাকসিন হয় ই কি কৰে from serotypes, কিছুমান serotype থাকে যেটো আমি কব পাৰো যে variant of a particular virus আৰু তাহাতৰ antigens বোৰ বেলেগ বেলেগ হ'ব, ঠিক আছে? so sub units বুলি কম, sub groups বুলি কব পাৰো, ঠিক আছে? so covers, protects against all 4 serotypes. এই যেটো আমাৰ ডেঙ্গি ভাইৰাস হয় ন তাৰ 4টা ডিফারেন্ট সাব গ্ৰুপস থাকে, DENV 1 2 3 4 আৰু Qdenga প্ৰত্যেকটো সাব গ্ৰুপৰ এগেইনষ্টতে কি কৰে? প্ৰটেকশন provide কৰে, ঠিক আছে? ডোজেজ টু 0.5 ml ডোজেজ এডমিনিস্টাৰ কৰা হৈছে 3 months apart. এটো বাৰু ইমান ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট নহয়, বাট হলেও চাই লব. 80% against confirmed dengue আৰু এতিয়ালৈকে efficacy rate to কোৱা হৈছে আৰু 90% protection against hospitalization. So hospitalization কমাৰ লগে লগে কি হ'ব? First of all cost effective হৈ যাব, তাৰ পিছত কি হ'ব? আপোনাৰ panic situation create নহয় আৰু বেমাৰটো prolong নহয়, ঠিক আছে? death rates কমি যাব. It is not going to although vaccination is not the solution to the problem. আমি mosquito control measures লব লাগিব, okay, overall health ভাল হ'ব লাগিব মানুহ এজনৰ, হেকিনটো আছে, but vaccination is a boost towards what? Curbing this evil of dengue. Okay, then first tote kisuman implementation challenges ahibo, initial implementation challenges, okay, which includes high cost may restrict rural availability unless included by government immunization programs. Hetu to hoye aru India's rural population bahut besi, so we will have to ensure the government is providing some kind of subsidy in this regard. Okay, Vaccination cannot replace traditional mosquito control measures. Yes, মই কলোৱে যে অকল ভ্যাকসিনেশন দি পেলাই আমি এই যুদ্ধখন জিকিব নোৱাৰো. We will have to ensure যে mosquito control measures, proper diet of the person in general, okay, nourishment, nutrition levels, hygiene maintenance এবোৰ আমাৰ থাকিবই লাগিব. Okay, and requires continuous post marketing monitoring for a long period of time. যেহেতু এটো আমি বহুত ডাঙৰ এটা এজ ৰেঞ্জ লৈছো 4 to 60 years of age আৰু সেৰোটাইপো আমি চাৰিওটা ইনক্লুড কৰিছো. ঠিক আছে, সো এনেকুৱা নহয় যে এবাৰ ভ্যাকসিন কৰিলে আৰু কোনো ধৰণৰ ৰিপৰ্ট ডেটা আমি কালেক্ট কৰা নাই and we are like free, tension free যে this particular disease has been curbed. Okay, no, we will have to ensure যে proper monitoring হৈ আছে so as to understand if there is any gap in the rate of achievement of success. Okay, so now we have one question. Yata answer o diai ase, apnaloke attempt koribo. Thik ase, next class ot ami discuss korim. Consider the following statements regarding Q dengue vaccine. First, it is India's first approved dengue vaccine. Etu bare bare highlight kora hoise, it is correct. Okay, chalo next class ot ki discuss korim. Etia kori disu ma kolwe adha answer. It is a tetravalent vaccine providing protection against all 4 dengue virus serotypes. Yes, true. DENV 1 to 4. ঠিক আছে, serotype কি হয় subgroup of the vaccine. ঠিক আছে, আৰু হিহঁত কিয় ভেৰি কৰে কাৰণ তাহাঁতৰ এন্টিজেন্স বোৰ বেলেগ বেলেগ হ'ব পাৰে. ঠিক আছে, যেটো ডিজিজ কজিং এজেন্ট হয় ন, হেতু প্ৰত্যেকটো সেৰোটাইপৰে অলপ অলপ হয়তো বেলেগ হ'ব. ওকে, it requires mandatory pre-vaccination testing to check for previous dengue infection. Acha, etu ki hoy moi sage agor slide khonot etu topic miss kori dilu. Advantage of Q dengue. ঠিক আছে, unlike the earlier dengue to agor vaccine hoy kintu etu completely Indian eya no hoy, first in India no hoy. ঠিক আছে, requires no pre-vaccination blood testing. যেটো এটা কি হয় blood testing or যেটো process হয়, sometimes it can be costly and sometimes it can be painful and it can traumatize the person, right? ki bohutor blood test hole bhoy lage and all that. So hey process tur pra eta tension thaka process ba painful process aru hetur pra ki hoy ami basi jao. It reduces any kind of pre-vaccine anxiety, okay, of the patient. So prior infection dramatically streamlining mass public health rollout. ঠিক আছে, আকৌ নহলে কোনবাই ব্লাড টেষ্ট নকৰিব, কোনবাই হয়তো পুৰণা টেষ্ট ৰিপৰ্ট দেখাই দিব, সঠিক টেষ্ট নিদিব, বহুত আগৰ টেষ্ট ৰিপৰ্ট দি দিলে. সো এইবিলাকৰ প্ৰবলেম নোহোৱাকে কি কৰা যায়, এই কিউ ডেংগা ভ্যাকচিনটো আমি দিব পাৰো. ঠিক আছে, সো থাৰ্ড অপশনটো হৈছে it requires mandatory নহয়. ঠিক আছে, mandatory নহয়. So third is not the correct answer. 2 is correct, okol 1 nohobo. So correct answer is going to be 1 and 2 only. Statement 3 is incorrect. Q dengue can be administered regardless of previous dengue infection, requiring no pre-vaccination blood testing. Okay, it is an operational advantage. ঠিক আছে, etu buji palu. Now going to the next news, which is flood havoc in Assam. প্ৰত্যেক বাৰে সাউথ ওয়েস্ট মনসুনৰ সময়ত আমাৰ কি হয় দেখিবলৈ পাওঁ যে অসমত বানপানীৰ দুৰ্যোগে দেখা দিয়ে আৰু এইবাৰো আমাৰ মোস্ট এফেক্টেড ডিস্ট্ৰিক্টস শিৱসাগৰ, যোৰহাট, চৰাইদেউ, one of few of the most affected districts. ইয়াত বহুতখিনি ক্ষয়ক্ষতি হৈছে, মানুহৰ জীৱনৰ ক্ষয়ক্ষতি হৈছে, প্ৰপাৰ্টিৰ, তাৰ পিছত লাইফ ষ্টক, ফ্লৰা এণ্ড ফনা. ঠিক আছে, ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ disruption of normal functioning of life. ঠিক আছে, এই গোটেইখিনি ক্ষয়ক্ষতি হৈছে. আৰু আমাৰ যেটো স্মাৰ্ট IAS and স্মাৰ্ট প্ৰেপছ ফাউণ্ডেশ্যন আছে, ইয়াৰ থ্ৰুদি আমি এটা কি কৰিছো ড্ৰাইভ আৰম্ভ কৰিছো ফৰ ছাপৰ্টিং অৰ হেল্পিং. ঠিক আছে, পিপল হু আৰ কাৰেণ্টলি ছাফাৰিং. ঠিক আছে, আপোনালোকে আমাৰ হয়তো চেনেলত তাৰ যেটো ৰিলেটেড নিউজ হয় সেইটো পাই যাব. আৰু যদি কোনোবাই কন্ট্ৰিবিউট কৰিব খোজে, more than welcome. This is going to be helpful for all the people who are victims right now. Okay, chalo. So next we have what? Severe flooding in Upper Assam. Water levels are highest in nearly 50 years. This is as per the CM statement. Honorable Chief Minister koise je highest hoise in last 50 years water level. Worst hit districts Sibsagar, Jorhat, Saraidew. And extensive inundation disrupting settlements, transport and livelihood. Ma koisu je life loss hoise, property loss hoise, flora and fauna impacted hoise, infrastructure, economic loss, okay, aru definitely livelihoods loss hoise. Eta disruption hoi jay, normal jitu life manhor soli thake no, tar pora hetu eta disruption ahi jay, and then recovery from that becomes difficult. Okay, recovery from it becomes difficult. The major rivers that are flowing above the danger level, ঠিক আছে, এটো আপোনাৰ ম্যাপখনটো মনত থাকিব, এখন আপোনালোকে মনত ৰাখিব পাৰিব, আৰু তাৰ লগতে ইনফৰমেশন খিনিও আমাৰ কাৰণে কি হয় ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হৈ যায়। ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ এট নিমাতী ঘাট, ঠিক আছে, বুঢ়ী দিহিং এট খোৱাং, দিখৌ এট শিৱসাগৰ, দিচাং এট নঙলা মুৰাঘাট, and ধনচিৰি at Golaghat and Numulikor. Okay, these are the rivers which are currently flowing, and at these points they are currently flowing above the danger level. So India ki hoy, India jeto flood like situation hoy na, every year it gets affected, aru India total land area 12%, ঠিক আছে, 12%, এটা মেনশন কৰাও আছে, 12% of India's geographical area is flood prone. Aru jetu amar rashtriya bar ayog ase, according to that it 40 million hectares of land is what is under is prone to flood. Okay, this information comes from Rashtriya Ban Ayog. Frequency, most frequent natural disaster in India, aru India baki kebatao natural disaster ase which we are prone to: flood, earthquake, right, landslide, then what aru ki ase, let me know in the comment section what are the common natural disasters which our India is prone to. Aru India as a country, we can say that 85% of the total land area is prone to some disaster or the other, ঠিক আছে। Then some of the important flood prone basins and rivers, ঠিক আছে, Assam, Brahmaputra, Bihar, Kosi is known as the sorrow of Bihar. Damodar is known as the sorrow of Bengal. Okay, in Bihar we have Kosi, Gandak, Bagmati. In West Bengal we have Ganga and Damodar. Generally khudi diye, Kosi is known as the sorrow of which state, ba Damodar is known as the sorrow of which state. Then Orissar Mahanadi, UP Ganga aru Ghagra, Punjab or Satluj aru Ghagar, aru Jammu and Kashmir or Jhelum, thik ase. In the south we have Kerala, Periyar and west flowing rivers. Acha ketaman west flowing rivers or naam jodi apnaloke di diye, Narmada, Tapti, hoine, Luni, aru dutaman ase. If you want you can comment. Okay, west flowing and east flowing rivers merging into the Bay of Bengal is flowing, aru efale hoise west flowing hole Arabian Sea, right? Okay. So next is what triggers flood, right? Heavy monsoon rain, heavy monsoon rainfall, etu ki hoy southwest monsoonor karone, southwest monsoonor karone June pora August, etu time ot ki hoy heavy rainfall hoy. And this time we have reported cloud burst in Nagaland causing rapid swelling of the river, aru he karone ki hoise rapid swelling of river which are flowing into the upper Assam. Eta cloud burst ki hoy, cloud burst ki hoy, cloud burst hoise eta disaster which is caused by extremely heavy rainfall within a very small area, thik ase, within a small area. Cloud burst তোমালোকৰ কি হয়, more than 100 millimeter per hour rainfall over 20 to 30 kilometer square area, ঠিক আছে। আৰু cloud burst এটা কি হয়, compound disaster, কিয়নো মেটেৰিয়লজি আৰু সাৰফেস হাইড্ৰলজি ঠিক আছে ইনক্লুড হৈ থাকে আৰু ইয়াৰ লগতে কি হয় ফ্লাড কিয় হয় সাউথ ওয়েস্ট মনসুন মই কলো heavy rainfall during southwest monsoon then climate change তাৰপিছত siltation because of erosion erosionৰ কাৰণে কি হয় siltation okay এটা siltation কি হয় siltation hoise particles like clay silt okay amounts which gets locked in the river okay and along the course of the river and it reduces the carrying capacity of the river ঠিক আছে যাৰ ফলত কি হয় river to overflow হৈ যায় and it causes flood মাথাউৰি ভাঙি যায় embankments বোৰ ভাঙি যায় তলত এইবোৰ particles বোৰ যেতিয়া deposit হৈ গৈ থাকে ন erosional and depositional activities তেতিয়া কি হয় তাৰ যেটো carrying capacity amount volume of water যিমান লব পাৰে তাৰ capacity কমি যায় কমি যোৱাৰ ফলত স্পিডত যেতিয়া পানী আহি থাকে তেতিয়া overflow হৈ পেলাই embankments ভাঙি আমাৰ যিখিনি residential regions বা area which is being used for some other purpose that amar water logging hoise okay so what are the main causes young fragile Himalayan geology leads to severe erosion giving Brahmaputra one of the highest sediment loads jiman erosion hobo himane it will carry materials with it right and those materials will lead to deposition of sediments right then siltation it reduces carrying capacity of river Brahmaputra eta braided channel ase eneke tributaries bilake ki hoy eta braided channel banai die aru ei channels bilakor ki hoy course change hoi thake due to change in the structure courses change and this further leads to what this further leads to this one exacerbation of bank erosion ঠিক আছে it exacerbates the bank erosion process leading to what leading to extreme flooding incidents catchment dynamics heavy upstream rainfall in Arunachal Bhutan Nagaland areas and deforestation landslides okay that leads to what that leads to sediment deposition landslide deforestation hole ki hoy tendency of soil erosion badhi jay landslides hoar chances thake okay one disaster leads to another ঠিক আছে ultimately loss of life and property and of course social life is disrupted climate factor ki hoy climate change drives extreme rainfall events and increases Himalayan glacial melt it further adds to the flood like situation increases the volume of the water okay we have one question which of the following pairs of river and their flood monitoring locations in Assam are correctly matched based on recent data Brahmaputra Nimati Ghat Buhidihing Khwang okay Disang Gulaghat nohoy ki ase Disangor hoise Nongala Muraghat ঠিক আছে এই কারণে ইয়াতে correct answer hobo 1 and 2 option A is the correct answer okay next anti defection ayaram gayaram concept ঠিক আছে কোপৰা আহিছে মানে কেতিয়া ইনক্লুড কৰা হৈছে anti defection আমাৰ 52nd amendment act of 1985 which also forms মানে added to the 10th schedule of our constitution okay added to the 10th schedule enacted by a 52nd constitutional amendment act of 1985 aru eta committee related hoy ase which recommended the anti defection and that is YB Chavan committee Chavan to mora rakhibo ঠিক আছে in order to curb what opportunistic politics see politics join korile okol nijor opportunity nijor benefit sai thakile nohobo this is it's a very volatile situation even right now okay and anti defection is implemented in order to curb those personal opportunities ঠিক আছে you have to work for the people as a representative of the people okay ডিফেকশন তে কি হয় ডিফেকশন টু ফ্লোৰ ক্ৰসিং বুলিও কোৱা হয় নিজৰ জায়গাটো বাদ দি বেলেগ এটা জায়গাতে গুচি গৈছো ঠিক আছে নিজৰ পাৰ্টি বাদ দি বেলেগ এটা পাৰ্টিলৈকে গুচি গৈছো বা ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট আছিলো কিন্তু আফটাৰ ইলেকশন বেলেগ পাৰ্টি নতুন পাৰ্টি এটা জয়েন কৰি লৈছো ঠিক আছে সো ফ্লোৰ ক্ৰসিং ইট ইজ অলসো নোন এজ ফ্লোৰ ক্ৰসিং আয়াৰাম গায়াৰাম তো বহুতে মানে মনত ৰাখে ফ্লোৰ ক্ৰসিং এটো পইণ্টটো মনত ৰাখিব লগিয়া ছৱন কমিটি 52nd amendment of 1985 10th schedule okay and floor crossing ঠিক আছে the act of a legislator leaving the political party on whose ticket they were elected okay to join another or acting against party directions this is going to be a direct threat to the political stability anytime jodi volatile hoi thake definitely what will happen they won't be able to take decisions properly right so jodi decisions lobo nware properly tetia hole keneke implement koribo schemes and policies keneke implement koribo for the betterment of the society right this applies strictly to members of the parliament and state legislatures ঠিক আছে আচ্ছা এটা যদি আমি চাও এটা who decides defection keneke implement kora hobo the speaker or the chairman of the house ঠিক আছে it is not done by the president eto monot rakhibologia the speaker or chairman is the deciding authority ঠিক আছে তাৰছত exceptions exist in case of merger যদি 2/3 of the member merge কৰে তেতিয়া হলে those politicians will not be facing this one defection and the law aims to prevent political defection primarily among the elected representatives next so কিহৰ কাৰণে এটো এন্টি ডিফেকশন ল আনা হৈছে so that personal incentives etar karne politicians bilake kaam nokore member of the parliament they don't work for personal incentives okay lure for ministerial birds office of profit power incentives monetary gains ebilakor karne jate teoluke party change nokore okay intra party dynamics lack of internal democracy leadership conflict okay ebilakok stop koribor karone so that there is political stability in the system pressure from ruling parties to engineer defections okay kihor karone defection hobo pare keteba ruling party ki kore ihote drive koribo pare or you can say pressurize koribo pare opposing party so that tahator strength badhi jao thik ase in the absence of any strong political ethics taisot why this law has been criticized first to hoise that 2/3 jodi merge kori jay tetia hole ki hobo tetia hole tat anti defection law apuni logabo nware thik ase so ki hoy majority par hoy gusi gole hobo okay so this is not satisfying the goal okay severely restricts the freedom of speech and voting conscience of the legislature eto hoy it doesn't allow kabar jodi political party jetu party ase tar logot jodi kiba opinion or problem hoi jay tetia ki hobo tetiao the person okay individual he cannot exercise this right then substantially strengthens party leadership control over elected representatives yes political party the party can start dominating the representatives inordinate delays by speakers in deciding disqualification cases undermine the effectiveness jehetu yate speaker or kono dhoroner time frame dia hua nai to time frame nidiar loge loge ki hoy jetia kono dhoroner amar clock ticking na thake tetia ki hoy effectiveness komi jay right and fails to prevent sophisticated political engineering and mass defection eto eta dangor loophole hoy ma first ate mention korisu thik ase jodi sobe ekelage merge kori gole defection can be done tat kono dhoroner restriction nai tetia hole hetue hobo hone aru eneka example na thakao nohoy okay so this is about the ayaram gayaram concept political stability increase koribo efficiency badhabo okay aru accountable banabo system to right so the question is with reference to anti defection law in India consider the following statements it was introduced through 52nd constitutional amendment act of 1985 সদায় মনত ৰাখিব 52nd to দেখিলে 85 to নুসুৱাকে কিন্তু টিক কৰি নিদিব বা 85 to দেখিলে 52nd to নুসুৱাকে টিক নকৰিব ঠিক আছে বহুতৰ কি হয় এটা মনত থাকে কিবা এটা দুটাই থাকিব লাগিব 52nd and 85 okay 5 eta dutate ase ঠিক আছে 5 eta dutate ase Okay, it is added to the 10th schedule. Okay, it added the 10th schedule to the constitution. Yes, true. Applies only to MPs and not to state legislatures. No, it is applied to both. ठीक है sir? So 3 2 to correct ना होगा. The correct answer will be 1 and 2 only. And our last topic, which is about India ASEAN ties. Eto the 22 July newsor pora ea hoise jot amar external affairs minister S Jaishankar, he visited what? He visited Manila for the Quad foreign ministers meeting and ASEAN deliberations. Quad ki hoy? Quadrilateral security dialogue. Member nations ki hoy Quad or US, Japan, US, Japan, India, Australia. আৰু এই নেশ্যন কেইটাক যেতিয়া আমি ৱৰ্ল্ড মেপত বহাম তেতিয়া এটা কোৱাড্ৰিলেটাৰেল ফৰ্ম হয় আৰু সেইকাৰণে এই শ্বেপটোৰ পৰাও কোৱাড নামটো আহিছে ঠিক আছে 2007 ত জাপানিজ মিনিষ্টাৰ শিনজো আবে 2007 ত এইটো কনসেপ্ট দিছিলে কিয়নো ফৰ ensuring okay security and peace, law and order over the Indian Ocean region aru China's jate dominance nabare along the Indian Ocean or Indo-Pacific region. ठीक है sir? Okay. Now we are talking we will discuss about Quad. ASEAN, not Quad here. Okay. Highlighted the turbulent global landscape. Yes, of course, it to hoye ase. The world is not in a balanced order now with all the wars and everything. Foreign international relations to bahut kiba kibi pohibole amar ahi ase. The minister acknowledged Philippines as the country coordinator for strengthening India ASEAN comprehensive strategic partnerships. ASEAN ketia start hoise mane ketia established hoisile in 1967, right? In 1967 Bangkok declaration aru yar headquarter kot ase Jakarta, Indonesia. বৰ্তমান 11টা মেম্বাৰ আছে আৰু টিমৰ লাষ্টে হৈছে লেটেষ্ট এডিশন 26 অক্টোবৰ 2025 ত টিমৰ লাষ্টে এড কৰা হৈছে লাষ্ট ইয়াৰৰ কথা হয় আৰু ASEANৰ যেটো ভিজন হৈছে হেতু হৈছে ওয়ান মোটো হৈছে ওয়ান ভিজন ওয়ান আইডেন্টিটি ওয়ান কমিউনিটি ওকে ওয়ান ভিজন ওয়ান আইডেন্টিটি ওয়ান কমিউনিটি Here the Secretary General appointed via alphabetical rotation for 5-year term. This is very important. Headquarters ক'ত আছে আৰু established কেতিয়া হৈছিলে member বৰ্তমান 11টা member nations আছে that is important. Now let us have a look at the objectives আৰু engagements ঠিক আছে ASEAN is the central pillar of India's Act East policy which is the erstwhile what amar ki asile look east policy asile aru and its broader Indo-Pacific engagement. India, in order to improve its ties to the Southeast Asian nations, we will have to ensure that we have good presence in the Indo-Pacific region. Okay, our China growing dominance along the South China Sea 9- line, the security threat that we have, tar karno India's Indo-Pacific presence thakato khube dorkar, and ASEAN engagement with ASEAN is going to be a step towards that. Okay, India firmly supports ASEAN centrality, the Indo-Pacific Ocean initiative that aligns with ASEAN outlook on Indo-Pacific. ঠিক আছে Indo-Pacific point to highlight kora hoise. Bilateral relations elevated to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2022. Aru amar trade partner hoy ASEAN. It is one of the you can say longest and one of the high volume trade volume to largest trading partner with bilateral trade existing $130 and we have ITGA which is the ASEAN India Trade in Goods Agreement. It was signed in 2010 to enhance economic relations. Okay, infrastructure development hoye ase amar so that India and Southeast Asian nations better coordinate korok amar that will also be in favor of what India ASEAN relations. Okay, it will also boost India ASEAN relation, and Northeast is going to get a boost that way, you know, with in order to increase our engagement with Southeast Asian nation. Northeast is the what? Northeast is going to be the zone of connection. Okay. So here we have one last question. Consider the following statement regarding Association of Southeast Asian Nation. ASEAN of full form to moi bhabu koi dia nasilu, but I hope you all know Association of Southeast Asian Nation. The organization was established in 1967 with signing of the Bangkok Declaration. True. Timor-Leste is currently a full member of the state. True. Okay. Yes. India shares a free trade agreement covering what? Both goods and services. No. Here, comprehensive. It is not a comprehensive service agreement. It is goods or local related agreement. Only goods, not services. So the correct answer is option is going to be option number B. Only 2 of these statements are correct. ठीक है सर, option कितना बोलेगा? ये थे only one मने one number 1 to बुझवा नहीं. ऐसा statement है correct, but दूसरा statement correct ने दूसरे की दूसरा statement correct है तो बुझा उसे. और 18 टा statement और दूसरा रहा कि ऑफर दूसरा correct. ठीक है सर, ऑफर correct. 3 number to भूल. एक कारण है सच्ची उत्तर तो होगा option number B only 2. ठीक है सर, एक ही नहीं बुझी पालू. I hope you enjoyed this session and তোমালোকে attempt কৰিবা বুলি ভাবো questions কেটা. Next time we will meet again with next week's current affairs. Thank you so much. Keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.